What is up, guys? So we're going to be doing 5 reasons why you should buy an LG smartphone in 2020. So I get asked a lot of questions about why we cover these phones a lot on the channel, and it's mostly because I just really like them. I'm not sponsored by LG or anything like that. And yeah, let's go ahead and just dive into it. So the first off is the price. So I think the first phone I picked up was the LG G7, and I saw it on Amazon renewed for a really low price. At the time it was around $220. And right now, this phone is very cheap right now in the renewed space, even cheaper than $200. And I've seen it as low as 125. And I was curious because I know that this is a flagship phone, or it used to be. But I was wondering why it was so cheap, because the other, phones, the Galaxies and iPhones weren't this cheap. But a lot of that has to do with LG themselves, their marketing, stuff like that. Them just as a company really does not have to do anything with these smartphones. So it's just a really good deal for consumers, because this is pretty much a flagship phone still in 2020. It has a lot of the flagship stuff that you would expect. Premium design, really great cameras, 1440p display on here as well. The Snapdragon 845 and 4 gigs of RAM. And this thing pretty much plays any game on high. So this is a great gaming phone as well. You have wireless charging, NFC. So you have everything you would really want in a smartphone on this phone, and it really is great. LG software with Android 10 is just excellent. It's very smooth. It's basically like stock Android. So these phones, all of these phones, are actually just a really great steal for whatever price you get them for. The V40 you can think of as like a bigger G7 here, and it's got more cameras, slightly better camera to me. The image processing is a little bit better to me. But you can think of it as a big G7 with an OLED display. Again, you can find this phone for around $2 something, even lower sometimes, but usually it's around the $230 price point in the renewed space. And yeah, so the price of these smartphones is definitely one reason to buy. You get to save a lot of money, and you get a lot of phone for the price. All right, so number 2 is going to be the audio experience. So the quad DAC was introduced with the LG V20. And basically, just to make it simple, you get a really good audio experience when you have, your wired headphones plugged in here. So I know everyone's switching to, wireless headphones. I have been too, but if you're a serious music listener, then definitely you will notice a superior difference between, just the wireless experience, or even just a phone without the quad DAC. The audio experience on these phones is really great, especially on the G7 for just the overall audio experience. Is because this has the boombox speaker, and it's an excellent speaker. It's just one single speaker, not even a dual speaker, and it beats a lot of stereo speakers, and it's just a really great experience. Not only is it loud, but it has a really good equalization. It just sounds really good as well. So it's a difference between a speaker that's just really loud and one that also is loud but also keeps its audio quality. Especially if you throw like some FLAC files on your phone, then you can get a really good experience. And again, all of these phones support the quad DAC experience, and they all have great speakers, great equalization settings. So very good audio experience for you. If you want to go and buy an LG phone, you will have that. Alright, so number 3 would definitely be the camera. So the cameras, how it would go for me would be the V50. The V50 has the best cameras out of all of these, of course. And then it would be the G8, the V40, and then the I kind of flip between the G7, because the V35 does a lot of oversaturating, but you still have a lot of great detail with these photos. But when you throw the Gcam on the G7, it is really amazing. I almost prefer it even over the G8 in some shots as well. So it's kind of a toss-up, but the stock camera app, it would probably still be the V35 and then the G7. But excellent flagship cameras on all of these phones. Again, you can do 4K video on these phones as well, and you're just gonna have a really great experience. The V40 has the dual camera setup up front. You also have it on the V50, which is really nice. So if you're into taking like group selfies and stuff like that, you have that extra lens. You have the depth sensor as well. As you can see, these are dual camera setups, so you can take advantage of that. They have the wide angle camera, which LG actually made popular. A lot of people actually don't know that. But again, if you want to check out the photo quality, be sure to check out the videos I have done on each phone if you're curious about what the photos look like and everything. We're just going to be just rounding stuff up on here because I don't want to make this video 30 minutes long here. But just know that these are excellent flagship cameras on all of these phones still to date, and all of these phones are compatible with Gcam, so you can get the best photos possible. Now, number 4 is gaming. There's not one phone here that can't do high gaming. So I'm saying Call of Duty, Fortnite, PUBG. There's not one phone right here that can't play these games on high. As you can see, very high. You're gonna get that on all of these phones, which I think is excellent. So these are great gaming phones, and what makes a really great gaming phone again goes back to audio experience with these speakers, and the quad DAC is really fun to have, and also the display. So all these phones have a 1440p display, very high PPI, and it's just a joy to play games on this phone. It's really nice. Dang, I just missed this. Wow. So as you can see now, all these phones have a notch except for the V30, but the notch doesn't really bother me too much, honestly. And you can also hide the notch in the software, but gaming experience is great. It's very fast. Like I said, overall these phones are just really fast, especially with the Android 10 update. But yeah, so if you want to get into gaming, these are going to be some excellent phones, again, for cheap. So number 5 and last are the dual screen cases. So I don't have an LG V60 yet. I am saving to get one. But if you guys have seen them, I have been reading and watching a lot of reviews about them. And it's just an excellent experience. Also on the LG Velvet, you can even get the LG G8X and also use the dual screen case as well. The V50 has one, but mine is not compatible with it. But yeah, so you can use that, and basically what that means is that you can use your phone as basically like two phones stuck together. So you can think of it as like this, where I could be like in the Play Store, and then I'm on Instagram as well, I'm on YouTube, and I'm playing a game over here or something like that. You can think of it as like that, and from what I've seen, it is really cool, and a lot of people really like that experience, which I think is really awesome as well. So that is my 5. What are some of the reasons that you like your LG phone? I know I have a lot of people that have one. What are some of the reasons? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.